Once upon a time, in a small town, there was a young boy named John. From a young age, John was a bright and curious child, always eager to explore the world around him. His parents, Mr. and Mrs. Allen, had high hopes for him. They often spoke about how they wanted John to be successful, to achieve great things, and to make them proud. They constantly compared him to other children in the neighborhood. Look at George, his mother would say. He is always at the top of his class. Why can't you be more like him? His father would say, and see how disciplined Charlie is. He wakes up early every day to study. You should do the same. John loved his parents deeply and wanted to make them proud, but the constant comparisons began to bother him deeply. No matter how hard he tried, it seemed that he could never meet their expectations. If he scored well in his exams, his parents would point out that someone else had done better. If he performed in his sports, they would remind him that academics were more important. Slowly, John began to lose confidence in himself. At school, John started feeling isolated. He was afraid of making mistakes because he knew his parents would compare him to others. He stopped participating in activities he once enjoyed, fearing that he wouldn't be good enough. The joy he once found in learning and exploring was replaced by anxiety and self doubt. One day, a drawing competition was announced at his school. John had always been interested in drawing and wanted to participate, but the fear of losing and being compared to others held him back. He worried that if he didn't win, his parents would compare him to other participants who were better. The thought filled him with self doubt, and he couldn't have the courage to give his name. As he watched his classmates enthusiastically sign up for the competition, John felt sadness and frustration. Tears filled his eyes as he thought about how he was never good enough in anything. He wasn't a topper and he wasn't a genius in any subject. A feeling of being useless burdened his heart. With a heavy heart, John started walking home, overwhelmed by the thought that he wasn't good at anything. As he passed through a nearby park, he heard the sound of a violin being played. The melody was soothing and John stopped to listen. He saw a musician playing the violin, completely lost in the music. For a moment, John forgot his worries and just listened. When the musician finished, John praised him. "You are amazing," John said. The musician smiled and thanked him. "What do you do?" the musician asked. John looked down with sadness in his eyes. "I'm not good at anything like you. I'm just an average student, not really special at anything," he confessed. The musician was surprised by John's answer. Everyone has something special within them, some unique capability. We can't compare ourselves to others because we are all different in our own way, the musician said. John shared with the musician the struggles he faced at home, how his parents constantly compared him to others, and how it made him feel like he was never good enough. The musician listened carefully and then said, "John, it sounds like your parents don't realize the impact their words are having on you. Sometimes the best way to resolve these kinds of issues is to talk about them openly. Have you thought about telling your parents how you feel?" John hesitated, unsure if it would make a difference. "I don't know," he replied. "I am afraid they won't understand." The musician smiled kindly. "You might be surprised, John. Sometimes people don't realize they are hurting someone until it's brought to their attention. Talking to them could be a good step forward." Encouraged by the musician's words, John decided to give it a try. He still felt unsure, but he knew he needed to do something to change the way he felt. Later that evening after dinner, John gathered his courage and spoke to his parents. "Mom, Dad," he began, "I know you want the best for me, and I appreciate that. But the constant comparisons with others make me feel like I'm not good enough. I want to be the best version of myself, not someone else. I need the space to grow in my own way and at my own pace." Mr. and Mrs. Allen were shocked to hear. They had never realized how their words were affecting their son. They thought they were motivating him, but instead, they were unknowingly causing him pain. Seeing John's eyes, his parents softened. We are sorry, John, his father said gently. We didn't mean to hurt you. We just wanted to succeed, but we understand now that we have been putting too much pressure on you. From now on, we'll focus on supporting you in becoming the person you want to be. John's mother added, we love you for who you are. We'll try to be better parents and help you grow in your own way. John felt really happy that his parents understood the problem he was going through. John's story is a reminder to all of us that love and support are the true keys to success and that each person's journey is unique and valuable in its own way. We don't need to be someone else to find our worth. Each of us is unique with our own strengths, talents, and potential. If we constantly strive to be like others, we risk losing our true identity and the special qualities that make us who we are. Celebrating our individuality allows us to grow into the best version of ourselves, shining in our own unique way.